Welcome to Season 7 Extra Time video. Hello guys and welcome to Dreaming is Possible here with Chesterfield, and what a season it has been. Yes, welcome to the Extra Time video for Season 7. We finished in a record high of 4th in the Premier League, which gives us Champions League football for the upcoming season. Great performance from the lads, really done really well. Here is the best 11, as we go through, any additions and stuff, like how things are. Just having a look here. No, anyone? Timo Horn on the bench. I don't think he was there before. I think it does mention that. Yeah. And everyone else seems, there's no one really jumped in there. Maybe Appleby, was he there before? I'm not sure. But the likes of Spyro is still in there. Yanni, Remy Matthews is still seen as our best goalkeeper of our generation, as being manager and boss here, but there we are. What else have we got here? Oh, this is just where are they now? But I think I went through that last time. There's no real changes and stuff like that. Season awards. Luke Dreyer, our captain, has picked up Fans Player of the Season. They're happy with him, along with Keena getting second and Mark Appleby picking up third spot. Goal of the season was scored by Ollie Watkins. I'm not going to show you that just yet, because even though it's our goal of the season, spoilers, yes, it is actually the goal of the season. We'll get to that later on as I move forward. But yeah, he's actually won the overall goal of the season. So, and that is that goal there, So we will show you that one later. So congratulations to Ollie for winning that one. It was a great goal. But there we are. Nkunku was our signing of the season. I think more for the fact that we only spent $15.5 million because that was his release clause. It was a release clause. Yeah, that's what it was. That's why we got him. Young player of the season is Ollie Clay, so congratulations to him. He just keeps getting better and better, well, hopefully can keep hold of him. A lot of the big boys are sniffing around him, but fingers crossed we can keep hold of him. Just showing that obviously, yes, we finished in a Premier League high. Also, the fact that we've better than what we set out, which getting the Europa League. We've beaten that. We've got into the Champions League. And yes, there is winner, yes, of the Carabao Cup. We are the holders of that now going into the new season. FA Cup quarterfinals, we bowed out, against Man City. It was what could have maybe gone a little bit better in that, but yeah, not to be. Another where are the now Club Vision. Now this and the board are expecting us some quite controversial stuff in here. If you look at just here at the end of next season, they expect us to be reaching the semi-finals of the Champions League. I mean, and that's a minimum requirement. That is required. You know what I mean? That's not preferred. That is, they want. And I think that's just ridiculous. But hey, it's the board, you know what I mean? Their ambitions are set higher, At the end of the day, they want us to be best of the rest. They want us to challenge the Premier League title by the end of 28-29 season. What's it got here? Sign high reputation players, play a high tempo. We cannot do that anyway. Work within a budget. Yeah. Anything else here? Just what's this? 2030-31. Maintain a Premier League title challenge. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but the one that I'm a little bit I think it's kind of ridiculous is the fact that they want us to get to a semi-final. It's not easy to get to a semi-final, a final of the Champions League. It's really difficult to do so. So I think the board are a little bit over-ambitious on that one. But hey, if they're going to sack me for that, then fair enough. You know what I mean? But I can't see it. Just showing the injuries, which we kind of had we were doing all right throughout the season. It was just quite a few of them towards the end, and some of the players are still currently injured, but obviously they'll be able to recover over pre-season and stuff like that. But a little bit of a concern maybe. could be to do with training, could be, I don't know, just fitness in general. Maybe look at our physios and maybe look at seeing if we can maybe tweak something there. I'm not sure. Kylian Mbappe has won the Golden Boot Award. Well, yeah, massively. 34 goals in 35 appearances. That is pretty impressive. And to get 10 assists also in there as well. Charlie Lawrence picks up second spot, but it's kind of equal with Ross Matthews, another Liverpool player. But yeah, 17 goals from him. Yeah, not too bad. From Charlie, I mean, he's picked up injuries and stuff, so who knows? He could have a better season if he can stay fit. But yeah, pretty good anyway. Like to get second. Ollie Clay actually wins the Young Player of the Year. Not only did he win it for us as like the fans, like, you know, saying that he's won like the club Player of the Year. He's actually won the PFA Young Player of the Year. So congratulations! I will actually now congratulate him on that one. I'll do it passionately as well. Well done for that. He deserves that one. And like I say, goal of the season, yes, goes to Ollie Watkins and Alan Saint-Maximin was Newcastle. He's not at Newcastle now. I think he's at Chelsea, I think. He's actually on loan, is he? On loan from Chelsea. Oh yeah, he's at Chelsea, but he's on loan at Villarreal. But there we are. And then Aaron Connolly of Norwich getting third. So right, I will congratulate Ollie in a moment, but let's have a look at it, shall we? So here it is. Ahohanran plays it down the line. Ollie Watkins now picks this one up in his own half. He's still going. He's still going. He's still going. And then the outside of his foot. It was just a great strike. If you remember it when I was showing it, it was just the sheer power he was able to get in that to, like, you know, to curl it was a great. And Ollie Watkins, congratulations to you. I will do that also passionately as well. Premier League team of the season. We've got Charlie Lawrence getting in there with a pretty much Liverpool dominated, a couple of Man United players. Oh, in fact, Jan Bednarek, one of our ex-players. So we kind of got two. Yeah, I think we'll class Bednarek as our players. We got two players in there. But yeah, it was completely and utterly dominated by Liverpool. As you can see, their midfield is like just, yeah. Wow. But yeah, that's the team that we've got to try and like beat, isn't it? We do struggle against them, but we did beat them in the Carabao Cup. Yes, it was on penalties, but we did do it. So we already know that it was us that won the Carabao Cup, but it's actually Everton that are going to win the FA Cup. Yes, they win it on penalties in the end by beating Manchester City, who were the team that obviously knocked us out in the quarterfinals. But yeah, it was Everton v Man City in the final of the FA Cup, but it was Everton that actually win it on penalties in the end, so they are the FA Cup winners. So also sort of like in the year 2026, it's the World Cup, and I just wanted to show you some of the players that have been like, going to be playing in that competition. So it's going to affect like pre-season and stuff like that. Some of these players might come back not fully fit, so it's going to affect them, going forward into the season. We've got Patrick Garber. Congratulations to you. You're going to be playing for the United States. We've got 5 players for England. Mark Hobby, Ben Clay and Ollie Clay, the two brothers called up. Charlie Lawrence, Ari Marsden. You've also been called up. Timo Horn will be playing for Germany. We've got Eric Van Hiltz for the Netherlands. Dag Rune Vestskogen is going to be playing for Norway. Domingos Quina for Portugal, and Maximus Tatarov, also known as Tomo, you've been called up to Australia. Now, it looks like a different format now for the World Cup. As you can see, there's only 3 teams in the groups. We've got the hosts are United States, Canada and Mexico. All 3 of them are going to be hosting the World Cup. And as you can see, quite a lot of groups now. It's a complete and utterly different format. I'm not used to this format, but just for any England fans out there, like we're in with China and Chile. That's who we're in. The United States have got Russia, Cameroon. We've got Germany, Iran, Morocco, Brazil, Ivory Coast, Romania, El Salvador, Nigeria, and Norway. I think this is just to get more teams into the World Cup, isn't it? It's like a different kind of format for it. Australia, Canada, and Scotland. They're down there. What else have we got? Move this on. France, Gabon, Jamaica. We got Costa Rica, Japan, and Spain, Ecuador, Senegal, Ukraine, Iraq, Mexico, Turkey, Guinea-Bissau, and then we got Italy, South Korea, Colombia, Denmark, and the Philippines. All the way down here, Burkina Faso, Portugal, Uzbekistan, Belgium, Peru, Saudi Arabia. We got Argentina, Ireland, that's Southern Ireland, and Tunisia. Then we got the final group, Group P. Yes, Group P. Netherlands, New Zealand, and Uruguay. So, yeah, a different format completely. But as you can see, the green is obviously two teams go through from each group, and then it'll go obviously further forward, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, not seen it like that before. That's obviously something that's going to be coming in real life. I'm not entirely sure. I probably would have thought so, because the guys at Sports Interactive and stuff are pretty on with it. So yeah, a very, very different kind of format for how the World Cup is going to be looking. But I just thought I'd, like, you know, show you that before we get into, like, seeing who's won this year's Champions League and the Europa League and stuff. But yeah, just it's a World Cup year. So the Europa League, which was obviously the competition that we were in before we got like booted out by Leverkusen. But yeah, it's Bayern Munich that actually go ahead and win the Europa League on penalties, a boring 0-0 in the final, but then eventually it finishes on penalties against Lazio. That was the final result in that competition. And as for the Champions League, that was won yet again by Real Madrid. I can't. How many times they've won it is ridiculous, but beating Jurgen Klopp's Atletico Madrid. So it's an all Madrid final that it ended up being in that competition. Just wanted to see who was the current. It was Atletico was the current holders of it, so they were trying to defend their like, you know, obviously their title there, but it was Real Madrid that got the better of them with a 2-0 victory in the final. So here is La Liga. Real Madrid go and win that as well, beating Atletico, because Atletico have been pretty dominant in this. Hold on, that's not it. Past winners, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons in a row they've been winning that. Like, but Real Madrid bounced back after quite a long time out. Looks like it's nearly 10 years since they won the won the 2016-17 season. They've just managed to 9 years, like, you know what I mean, managed to, like, you know, just get in there before the 10 years comes around. But yeah, Real Madrid fans will be pleased that they are back to winning ways in that competition, because it's been a while since they've managed to lift it, but they have done so. Barcelona, like, finishing in third, but Valencia getting fourth, so they're the Champions League teams that we're going to be possibly facing when obviously that has been drawn. But there we are. As for France, we've got PSG. Yes, it's PSG yet again out in front. Not maybe as far, only 12 points separating them from Monaco getting second in that competition. But yeah, it's PSG yet again, isn't it, in France? As for Serie A, it's Juventus. They are back. They've not won it for a few seasons, if memory serves. No, 3 seasons out of it. Roma, Inter, and the other Milan. So yeah, the two Milans, like, getting there. But Juventus is back to, because look at, what was it? 1, 2, 11 times they won it in a row before, like, it getting, like, you know, dispossessed by Roma. But there we go. They're back to the top with the two Milan clubs and Napoli going to be in the Champions League. Borussia Dortmund, yes, Bayern actually finishing in third. Yes, Bayer Leverkusen, obviously the team that beat us in the Europa League. So yeah, they weren't too much of a pushover, where they were pretty decent side, Leverkusen. Actually finishing on the same points, goal difference separating Borussia Dortmund and Bayer Leverkusen. I think it's goal difference. It could be head to head. I'm not entirely sure in Germany, but it's only two goals if it is. Like, you know what I mean? That's how close. And Bayern weren't all that far away. When you look at it, 65 points. Like, you know, it was very, very, very close, like in Germany, probably the closest, like, league as we see it. But yeah, we're actually could be coming against Bayer Leverkusen yet again, because they've managed to get into the Champions League. And then, because obviously our connections with Portugal, in the fact that, like, we've got quite a few Portuguese players, here is Liga NOS, and it's Benfica that win that competition, 5 points ahead of Porto and Sporting. So they're the teams that we could be possibly facing. But there we go. Right, let's have a look at viewer players. Well, I'll show you some of you guys and how your players are doing. I might miss some of you, and if I have done, it's probably because you've not commented down below for quite a while, and I've probably just forgotten, and I do apologise. It's not that I've forgotten that you watch, it's just that sometimes, you know what I mean, I need reminding. So if you just put like a little comment down, like, you know what I mean, now and again, to remind me that you are still watching and stuff like that, then I will like obviously include you to show you how your player is doing, stuff like that. So if I do miss you, then I do apologize, but that's probably because you've not commented down below, guys. So we'll start off with Harry Marsden. This is how you're looking now, Harry. Looking pretty good. You've suddenly gone on a bit of a climb. I think it's because I've given you more game time and stuff like that, and it's definitely helped you progress, like, you know. But you're looking a very decent player now, at 23 years of age, valued around 33 million. Yeah, I'm hoping for good things going forward. And now Rodolfo, yes, who knows what is in store for you for next season. We'll see. You kind of go backwards and forwards between you and Jeff. I think Timo Horn will probably still be our number one goalkeeper, and I think it's between you and Jeff to fight it out for that, like, sort of, you know, second place, like, keeper, you know, like, you know, the one that's going to probably get some game time in, like, the Carabao Cup, I should say, and the FA Cup, you know, like, competitions like that. But you have made steady increases, which is good to see. But who knows? I mean, at 24 years of age, maybe expecting to see a little bit better from you, but we'll see how things go. Now we move on to Richard Wyatt. A bit of a hit and miss season. Just injuries have not helped either. But yeah, like I say, it sort of dropped, then spiked back up again. So not too bad, but you've not really sort of nailed down that right back spot now. I think Felipe Cruz is definitely ahead of you, and even Patrick, as you can see over here, Patrick O'Hanlon's starting to move like ahead of you as well. Like, you know what I mean? So got a bit of work to do. Not sure whether you're gonna make it, but you're still, you know, quite happy to be at the club, and we'll see. But if we do get maybe a decent offer in, maybe, I don't know, you valued at 70.5. If someone came in with like maybe 30 million or something, might be tempted to let you go, and we'll see. Charlie Lawrence, now, what a season for you. You've had a great season and stuff like that, and it's a shame you just got injured towards the back end of it. You could have probably maybe got a few more goals, like, you know, but finishing like sort of second behind Kylian Mbappe was great. Bit of a weird, a bit of a spike, then drop down. It's just a bit of a strange one with regards to like your form and stuff like that. But you're looking pretty decent now. You're up there as, like, you know, one of our best players, like, at the club, and you're on 120,000 a week, 56 million value, 24 years of age. You're coming into your like prime years now, starting to get there. So hopefully you can push on. I mean, Appleby, Vescogan, all three of you there. You're all three strikers at the club. I've got a feeling I could end up losing one of you, because to try and keep all three of you happy is going to be a challenge. Patrick Garber now, sort of like dropped massively down, like, you know, but I think that was, you picked up an injury, and I think that could have, like, you know, and you've found it a struggle to like get back in and maintain that like right back sort of not right back, that right sort of wing area. I mean, 25 now, I'm expecting you to like nail down that position, make it your own, but injuries seem to just come at the wrong time for you. You just get a bit of momentum and everything's going great, then you pick up an injury and it just all goes crashing down again. So it's going to be a tough season for you, I think, this one. There's going to be players that are definitely going to be like knocking on that door for that right-sided, like, you know, position. Jeff now, yes, out on loan at the moment at Sampdoria. Now, on a great season at Sampdoria, to be honest. You've getting good reports back from you, and as you can see, this is like right here, you know, you sort of like drop down and stuff like that, but you're on a steady increase, getting better and better, and as you can see over here, pretty well matched with Timo Horn. So like I say, with Rodolfo, you've got a challenge on. Jeff, though, you might feel that being the backup is not ideal for you, and you might want to be like the first choice keeper at another club because of, like, you know, the standard that you're at. So I could end up losing you. It all depends on like whether your agent comes to us and says, like, you know, that you want to move on. But we'll see. We'll see if you're happy with maybe being, you know, a cup goalkeeper for next season, or we're going out on loan again. Who knows? Like, we'll see how things pan out for you. And as for you, Tomo, here you are. You're out on loan at the moment at, I think it's Real Zaragoza. Yeah, Real Zaragoza. Sort of, you know, ticking along. But I don't think you're going to I don't think you're gonna be able to make it into the squad. I don't think you're gonna. I think it's a case of you might have to like move on now. I don't think you're at a level. As you can see, your potential ability is not brilliant. It's 24 years of age. You actually are wanted. Who are you wanted by? Who's interested in you? Is it gonna let me see? Lons in France are actually interested in you at the moment, but I have put an asking price of 5 million. If someone comes in and is willing to spend that, then I'm quite happy to let you move on, because I don't think you're so far down, like, you know what I mean, to try and get into our midfield right now. It's a struggle for you, I'm afraid. David Greenhalgh, yes, you're out on loan. You were out on loan at Scunthorpe, and our loan manager decided to bring you back in January and then sent you out on loan to, where has he sent you? Montpellier, and it seems to have like boosted your confidence and stuff, or not your confidence, your you know, sort of like progression. So looking good. I don't know if that's, I think your potential ability actually has improved. I'm not entirely sure, but you're still at your current ability way off being, you know, a first team player, but you're only 20, so, you know, another season I think out on loan for next season, somewhere like of the same sort of like stature as maybe at Montpellier or somewhere like that, and we'll see where you want to go. See what happens, like, when I get, like, you know, information come back. So just going with other players I know that watch and stuff like that, but no longer at the club. Malcolm, you're actually at Newcastle. Yes, the team you support. I don't know when that happened actually, but you are there. I mean, you're not looking the best of a player right now, but when did you actually go? Like, what's this season? Like, where were you? You were at Leicester, went out on loan to Leeds, and Newcastle picked you up for 1.2 million. Not actually didn't get to play any games for Newcastle by the looks of it, but you are at Newcastle. So yeah, I suppose that's something good. I mean, you're actually wanted now by another. Who are you wanted by? It's going to let me. Cardiff are interested in you. Whether Newcastle, they only just bought you, so I can't see them like letting you go. But hopefully, you get some game time next season for Newcastle. So a couple of players now that are at Arsenal that watch is Harry Sutton. You're still at Arsenal, and that is what you are like at the moment. You're on 80,000 per week, as you can see at Arsenal, and valued around about 29.5 million. Do I put a bid in to bring you to Chesterfield? Will you want to leave Arsenal to come and sign for us? Possibly, because you're not in the Champions League. So I can offer you Champions League football. Arsenal can't. Bit like real life, but there we go. And the other player is Tim Woods. Yes, Tim, you are obviously at Arsenal as well, and I'm not looking to bring you back. I need to, because you only just signed for Arsenal, so no need to bring you back to Chesterfield at the moment. But we'll see. I don't know whether you wanted to leave to go and play for a club that was better than Chesterfield. Well, more fool you, because we're now in the Champions League and you're not. So there we are. But I think that wraps things up with regards to players, how like a season finished and stuff like that. I don't think there's anything else I'm trying to think of. I will let you know, obviously, who wins the World Cup and stuff like that. Like, you know, and if anyone out there like does really well at the World Cup and everything. But just finishing you here on the league table just to show you. Oh, that's the other point. Let's who's going to be coming up. So coming up is Leeds, Sheffield United. Oh, they have played the playoffs. Crystal Palace. There we go. They're going to be in the Premier League next season. Yes, 3 teams that have kind of like yo-yoing at the moment, but there we go. That's who we're going to be facing. But anyway, guys, there we are. Thank you very much, as always, for tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed today's video, and if you have, why not slap one of those on, and that'd be great. If I have missed anything out, if one of you that watch and I've missed out you, and I do apologize if I have, please let me know down in the comments, guys. Just let me know in the comments, like, you know what I mean, if you and I will, like, you know, and if there's anything in the comments, you know, like there's things you want to see that I don't show on a regular basis, maybe you want to see something different or anything like that, please let me know, and I'll be quite happily obliged, like, you know what I mean. But thank you as always for tuning in. Stay from Mumongu Gaming, signing off. Cheers.